Hello, hello, welcome. We are now officially live. Awesome, brilliant. If you can write in the chat, can you hear me? Can you see me? Am I loud and am I very clear? Use the chat. This is actually the first ever time I've utilized the YouTube area for a live. So I'm actually really excited and I'm looking forward to really utilizing this space. If you can use the chat, just put a number one in the chat that you can actually hear me okay and the audio is all good. That would be fantastic. That'd be good. Okay, brilliant. Okay, good, awesome. Well, this isn't gonna be a long stream by any means, but it is gonna give you what's really helped me over multiple industries, over various different successful moments. I do believe we have successful moments, and success is actually continuing to progress and really become more. So I want to break down really not just 2024 and how that's been and into 2025, but what's actually led me through the corporate space, then into professional cycling, building a traditional business, and now into the area of becoming a professional in the network marketing space, which has enabled me to help a lot of people all over the world and really build a global business. When it comes to this space, which can really enable you to create not only freedom but create impact, influence, and really be able to help a lot of people in various different areas of their life, not only financial, but also in growing and being able to help a lot of people when it comes to business, providing solutions, being an individual that can add value. And it's brought me to this day. So I'm actually here right now in the UK. Over Christmas, I've been here in the UK, and it's been a fantastic period to really reflect. So I do welcome you, if you haven't started yet, to reflect on the year. To do so, it's important through this time now. There's 2 or 3 days before December actually closes, and 2024 comes to a close, and then you're into a brand new year. So you definitely want to go into a brand new year sort of now. You want to start thinking about, first of all, 2024. It's important to look at 2024, 2023, 2022, and look at who you've actually become. Now, I do think it's important before you start looking into 2025 of what you've accomplished this year. There's going to be areas of success and things that you've actually progressed in, and there's also going to be areas where you've just maybe stagnated and you haven't really been honestly moving towards a goal in the most effective way. The reason why people don't move forward or progress is generally because you haven't got a goal. That's not an unknown or something that's rare. It's actually more rare to have a goal than it is to not. Most people, 98% of the world, if you ask them what their goal was through 2024, they'd just be blank. They wouldn't have an actual identified goal. I remember sitting down at this time in 2023 and actually defining how my year is going to go. And in fact, it's gone through the goals that I set. It's incredible, really, when you actually start moving towards a better version of you, because that's what our goal is. It's very clear that you can really progress and make some significant leaps. And that isn't because, anyone can do that as well. Anyone can really do that. But I'm going to break down with you how I've been able to do that. I've had a lot of fun this year. I've traveled a lot this year. I've earned more income this year than I've ever earned. And it's all been because of some key elements and some key factors that I welcome you to start thinking about. If you don't start thinking about areas of your life that definitely need attention if you want to grow in them. Look, someone said to me, I was having a conversation the other day, and they talked to me about pausing. Okay, I'm going to pause this or I'm going to pause that. There's no pausing in life, I'm afraid. You're growing or you're dying. You're getting better or you're getting worse. And I know that might be a really black and white way to look at things, but that's the truth. You're growing or dying. So I welcome you to join the choice, make a choice and decision to actually grow. Now, what does growth entail? Growth entails new actions. It often requires new people, new environment, new community, and new model of you. Okay, but before you start going into that new area, how's 2024 look? So really take a mental note. How's it looked? All areas. How's it looked for you? Relationships, finances. How's it look physically? How have you looked in 2024? Okay. How have you progressed in communication? How have you progressed in the picture you have of you? People ask me, well, Elliot, how do you really build a new model of you? Well, I go out and I get inspired, right? I get inspired by calls like this. I go out and I seek individuals and I take a little bit from individuals that I personally am inspired by. Okay, so ask yourself, do you do that? Do you actually go out and research mentors, heroes, people that inspire you, people that you want to take a bit of them and add it to you? That's been my number one way of creating a new Elliot. I go out there and I look at who I resonate with, who's cool, who dresses cool, who acts in a cool way, who do people love? Why do they love them? Why are they impactful? Why are they influential? How do they talk about others? How do they talk and communicate to people? Do you actually have a goal with how you want to be able to talk, what you want to be able to talk about? Do you have these goals? Do you have a goal of what person and impact you want to be with the closest people to you? Do you have a discipline you want to be able to carry through each day of your life? Okay. So think about, what version of you did you create in 2024? What version of you did you create in 2024? Now, I don't want you to say, well, I felt good. I don't want you to say, well, my mindset changed. No, sorry, but that doesn't count, I'm afraid. You actually have to have results. I can't measure. Can you sit and measure your mindset change? Can you sit and measure your happiness? Well, I became happier. Okay, cool. We can't measure that. See, what a lot of people do is they hide actually behind immeasurable results. You don't want to be that person, trust me. Your life will not change. While I've grown in character, how? Give me a result. Well, Elliot, I've grown in character because I actually am working with 20 new individuals within my business. Okay, that's measurable. Your character's probably changed then. Well, Elliot, I've actually gone and put $10,000 on my yearly my yearly income. Fantastic. Well, your character, and you put that down to your character. What do you believe then about your character that shifted, that's helped you to do that? Most people can't answer these questions. If you cannot think critically, prepare for the same year that you've had in 2024. Just prepare, buckle up, because it's going to be very, 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 very similar. Okay, honestly, it really, really, really will be. So what version of you've created? You should be able to list things that are actual results. Okay, well, Elliot, my confidence has grown because I've dropped 10 kilo. Fantastic. Great work. My confidence has actually grown because I've now been able to launch that new business and we've actually earned this amount. That's all measurable, guys. You've got to be able to measure results. Okay. You can't measure health. Okay. You can't measure mindset. You can't measure character. You can't measure personality. You can't measure these things, but you can measure money to the penny. It's a great way to measure growth. People say, well, I've grown. Well, how? Show me. Show me. People think I use income as almost like a substanceless resource. No, the money reveals my progression, my growth. Wealthy people use money to measure how they've grown. Okay, there's no better route to do that than in entrepreneurship, because you're paid what you're worth. You're paid for who you are, not what you do. Probably should take that down. People think in entrepreneurship, well, it's about money. No, it's about money to measure growth, to measure progression. You've got to know how to use these key units. It's a great way to that's a key unit. Okay. So what actual results are any of your areas actually measurable? If they're not measurable, you need to change that and have a measurable result. A measurable result in 2025. So take a look now. Who did you listen to in 2024? Who did you listen to? Remember, the number one basic of success will always be, not what you do, not what industry you're in, not about what skill set you've got, not about what, I don't know, what your disciplines look like or your habits even look like. It's going to look like who do you listen to. Your life is going to look like the person that you listen to. You listen to. If you listen to you and you want new results, that's a bad idea. I don't listen to I was having a conversation today. Well, my mentor told me to be there. I don't break down why. I don't sit there and break down why my mentor said it was a good idea for me to be there. I don't sit and question my mentor and what they say. I might as well pack up. You may as well pack up in success and just be just one of the 98% if you're not willing to take action based upon what your mentor says rather than why they said it. A lot of people are like, well, why did they say that? Why don't you just do it and find out that way? You don't need to know a lot of the reasons why a mentor with the results that you want said what they said. I don't ask myself that. I go and do it. The people who change their results the quickest apply what their mentor says the fastest. The people whose life changes slowly, they do what they receive what a mentor says, then they go away and ponder on it for a year. And everything the mentor says, they take ages to just do because they need to understand it first or they need to know why. Who cares? Who cares? I'd rather know after I've got the result. Why wouldn't you just rather know after you've got the result? Why would you want to put your understanding to results you haven't got before you get them? That's the craziest concept ever. Well, let me understand it before I go and do it. Well, you buckle up because you're just going to have the same life over and over again for many years because you need to understand something before you even gone to take action on it. It's not how life works. For actual results, it's not anyway. For actual results. Okay, for actual growth, for a quantum leap. Have you ever considered having a quantum leap? You're not going to understand half of the action you're taking because you do it based upon somebody else's understanding. What's the point in having a mentor if you do not do exactly what they say before it makes sense? Really think about that. What's the point of having a mentor? If you go away and you're wasting their time and you're wasting your time. You may as well just be a drifter and just do whatever. Okay. So who did you listen to in 2024? And did you do exactly what they say? Did you do exactly what they say? Or did you not do? Look, guys, you've got to be, success is black and it's white. You either did what they said or you didn't do what they said. The longer you don't do what they say, the longer you're going to have the results you don't want. Okay, so give yourself a score. Actually score yourself. Well, this year, you know what? I did what my mentor said half the time. That's a 5 out of 10 for you. Okay, this year, I heard what mentors said and people that could help me said, and I didn't do anything they said. Okay, well, it's a 0 for you this year. It's a 0. It's a flat 0 for you. You are incompetent at actually following mentorship. Okay, that's being chokeable, not coachable. Okay, the people with the worst results I've ever met are always the most chokeable individuals on the planet. They just are. They just are. They are the most ignorant individuals I've ever met. They have no clue how to submit to mentorship and do what the mentor says. So now look at what you've completed consistently. So if a mentor has said to you, this is going to, I don't know, connecting with this many people per day is going to get you to this result. Have you consistently done that or have you not? Okay. Have you not? This is called a checkup, right? Before you enter the new year, this is how you check up and build on a vision. Okay. You can't build on a vision unless you know what you did this year or what you didn't do this year. Do you even have a vision right now for your future? Okay. Do you have a vision board? Maybe create one. Do you want to be able to live in a certain place, a certain way, a certain lifestyle? Do you want to look a certain way? Do you want your relationships to be a certain way? How much money do you want to be able to give to your parents? How much money do you want to be able to give to your church? How many cars do you want to have? How many meals a day do you want to be able to have? Do you want to own a gym? Do you want to own a recording studio? Do you even think about what you want, or are you too busy in 2024 covering needs? Guys, over here, we're past needs. We're at wants over here. Right. We're at wants over here. We are not at needs. Okay. Well, you weren't created to need things. You're created to desire. Okay. Desire something. And if you don't desire anything right now, you are not becoming the individual that you could become. Okay. I'm just being honest. You have to have something you desire. Do you want to help more people? Do you want to impact people? Okay, I'm doing right now what I desire, what my heart desires to give. Okay, to give, to commit, to be disciplined. I'm consistently disciplined in my impact of people, in my connecting of people, in my serving of people. Every single day, that's what I do. Okay, people think, well, Elliot, it's all about the income. No, it's about how many people you impact. Okay. But you know what? You're going to impact more people when you're an example that people actually want to follow, want to listen to. Do you say something and do it? Do you know how many people cannot put their hand up and say, when I say something, I do it? Do you know how low your self-esteem is if you can't actually stick to a model that you've created for you? 2.5 years ago, I made a decision to be number one in the industry of network marketing, to be the best there's ever been. 2.5 years later, I'm still following out and progressing that ideal now. And I'm mentored by the best in the world. That's my vision. Okay, that's my vision. I have a vision to live in Dubai. I have a vision to be able to go and work at the nicest spa and health and wellness centers in the world. That's my vision. Okay. I don't know what your vision is, but you need a vision. Else, do you know what, guys? Without vision, the people perish. They quit. Okay. They quit. All right. Put an 8 in the chat if this is hitting you, right? If you're catching this, I need to get some things off my heart. Do you know what I'm saying? I need to get some things off of my heart. You know what's going on, right? Put some 8s if this is resonating with you as a person. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Cool. Okay. This is just we're having a conversation here. Okay. The way you're going to be able to look yourself straight in the eye and say, you know what? You're a killer. You are good at what you do. Bro, you're a good guy. You go out there and you commit. You say what you're going to do. I'm all about character, guys. I'm all about character. I'm all about making sure my circle's tight with character. Okay. So look at what you've consistently completed. Okay, now look at what you've been inconsistent in completing that your mentor or the person that is guiding you has advised you do. Maybe think about it. What have you been inconsistent in? There's certain things I've been inconsistent in completing in the way my vision is created. See, the reason why you need a vision is because, guys, you've got nothing to be consistent in ever. No need if you haven't got a vision. You haven't. Okay, there's no reason for you to be consistent in anything because you haven't got a better picture. Leaders don't see with their eyes. They see with their vision, right? They see with their belief. Their belief. Okay? It's interesting how YouTube's becoming so, dominant in my daily because that was always my vision. It was never Instagram or Facebook or any of that. It was always YouTube. So that idea now has come through. Do you know what this idea has come through? It's because I've let go of other things. Do you know that? Do you know when you let go of things you don't want to be, you actually start taking action on the things you do want to be? It's amazing. You really do, but you have to let go of vices. You have to let go of things that don't make you. The reason, guys, the devil brought vices to the world to take you away from the best version of yourself. That's why it's here. Drink, drugs, okay, sex, food. Guys, these are all ways to get you away from what you're meant to be doing. All of these things. And the sooner that you replace something you don't want with something you do want, now the new year started. Most people won't do that. They're not disciplined enough to stay locked into their vision. Okay. So this is good stuff. We become what we think about. So you need a vision so that you can think about what it is you are becoming. If you're not thinking about becoming, it means you're thinking about all the things that you shouldn't be doing. So the vision that you have is the most important part of your life, your vision. And it always will be. And those without vision will never, ever, ever achieve anything without a vision. Okay, it's the most important part of your success. So what's your goal for the year ahead, right? So now you've got your vision locked in, not just for now and this year, but actually the years after. Where do you want to be 5 years from now? Where do you want to be 10 years from now? Oh, no, is this boring, right? People are sitting there now. I know. Oh, well, I know this stuff. No, your life actually doesn't care if you take action on this or it doesn't. Your life doesn't care. It's going to keep going anyway. Time, we don't have time. You guys must realize that time actually has us. We are owned by time. That's what we're owned by, time. So you want to get on the right side of time, you need a vision and you need a direction. Where's your life going? Because you can't even set a goal if you don't know the direction your life's going. You can't set a goal for 2025. Can't set a goal. Okay? Now, what I would say is this. Speak to somebody who's a professional, an expert, a mentor, someone who can guide you in whichever area that is for you. And don't try and introduce 100 things at once. I'd always start with what you're listening to. That's where I'd start. What do you listen to? Okay, have you just had enough music now, right? For 2020, for the start of next year, I didn't listen to music for a good 3 months at the end of last year. It enabled me to have new ideas. Guys, new disciplines bring new confidence, bring new ideas. When you think something long enough, it becomes a philosophy. A philosophy becomes a belief. You will not get to new places if you don't have words that are going in. Guys, our life looks like the words in our life. So if you want to change your life, you need to change the words that you are actively, consistently tuning into. Okay? So I've introduced some new things into my day that keep me locked in, nailed sharp of where I'm going. Okay, so words. In the beginning was the word. In the beginning, right? This, guys, this is basic stuff. In the beginning was the word. What does that mean? In the beginning is something you speak. I've said numerous things that I am right now. I am living in Dubai. I am living in Miami. I am traveling the world. I am living in the home that I designed and built and love. What's true about you? What's true about you? Do you even have anything that's true about you? I am an individual that's always around public figures like Lil Baby, like Mr. Beast, like Grant Cardone, like Mr. Holton Bugs. What does that look like for you? Do you even aspire to be around tables that are extremely influential, wealthy, complete, right? I want to be around complete tables. You are good enough to say that, just like I am. But first of all, you've got to start speaking it. Your wish is your command, right? Your wish is your command, your wish, not somebody else's, not what your mum said, not what your dad said, not what your teacher said, not what your personal trainer said. Your wish is your command. What's your wish to be your command? You have to define this. A clearly defined goal. Build yourself a vision board if you haven't got one. Build one. They're extremely powerful. They're great. Put it where you can see it before you go to sleep and when you wake up. Because what your eyes see, they say yes to. The last 3 letters in eyes is yes. What your eyes see, they say yes to. Okay, so what's your goal for 2025? You need that. If people are just going to, guys, people are going to start working on stuff with no goal. That ain't going to last. You're not going to lead you anywhere. You're just driving around. Okay, what's the goal? You need the goal first. You work from a vision and from a goal. You don't work to a vision and to a goal. You don't do that. Okay, you work from, how can I work from this goal? Do you know the people who are working from a worthy ideal of you are going to be far more successful than anybody that's not anybody? Okay? And write it out. Write it out, make it plain. Those that see it shall run. Write it and see it. Remember what I said? The words in your life will determine the direction your 2025 goes in. It will. Those that actually get this, these success keys, these secrets, right? I'm leaving you clues of how I've got to where I am, how I talk like I do, how I communicate and give and have impact in the way that I do. Okay. So what is it that aligns with your vision that can be a goal for your life? You can have a few different areas that you're working on that you can then build habits off of. That's what you've got to be able to do. This is the goal, and this is the monthly, daily, and the monthly, weekly, and daily action. See, a lot of people they've got an action or no goal, or a goal and no action. You need both. You need a goal and action. And action. Okay, that's the blueprint. The blueprint is this is the goal, this is the vision, this is what I want to create 10, 20, 30 years. I don't care. The further you can see, the better you're going to achieve, the further you can see. The more whys you've got, the more ways you've got, the more whys you have, the more ways you've got to get there. People ask me, well, Elliot, how do you stay so consistent? I have a big why, right? I have a lot of whys. Showing up every day for me isn't a hardship. I have a clear vision of who Elliot Ward is. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? Who you are isn't what you do now. People think that's what you do. No, that's not who you are. Who you are is what you want, your truth, your truth. It's a truth that takes you to a better place, not now. Okay? What you do in the present leads to a new present, right? Leads to a new present. Present. Look at the words I'm using. Pre-sent. Wow. Pre-sent. The present was pre-sent. This all happened, and it was pre-sent, right? What is it that's been pre-sent to you? What is it? What you don't know, you'll pay for. Trust me, you will pay. You will have regrets at the end of 2025. You will. I won't. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly where I'm going. I know exactly what I'm creating. That's why I impact people. That's why people join me. That's why people come where I'm going. Why? Because they can use this place to build their place. Can you do that? Can you offer that for your family? Could you offer that for the generation after you? Can you offer that for the next 10 to 20 years? Do you know how much you can achieve in a year? It's crazy how much you can achieve in just 1 year. 1 year. You can change everything, but it's going to come from what you do daily. And to stick at it daily, you're going to need a goal. You're going to need a defined, clear goal and an image of you. I like to use a vision, whether it be a vision board, whether it be a person, whether it be an amalgamation you've made of individuals that you really respect and you're inspired by, and you build and work on bringing this to the surface. There are lots of different elements on a daily basis that go into creating the Elliot Ward that you see end of 24, end of 25. Getting outside my comfort zone. Okay. New platform, YouTube, a little bit out of my comfort zone. I do a lot of, these style calls and things of that nature, but it's still a new place. What did I do? Commit. Bam. This is where I want to be in 2025. YouTube. This is what I want to be creating. Content through the roof. Okay. Content delivery. New people. New attitudes. New culture. Earning more money. Going new places. Producing better events. Constant outside comfort zone, right? Someone said to me today, I said, look, if you have a goal and you're taking action on it and it's something new, it's going to feel uncomfortable. That's how you test. Okay, is it growing me? Must be. Why? Because I know how I felt doing it. If you just consistently do the same things on a daily basis, imagine going to the gym and just not feeling any different after it. Not having any DOMs, not having any, none of that. You'd be like, is this working? Same with life. If it's not stretching you, if it's not a new person you're taking action because of, have you got a plan to invest into your personal development? I've already invested in my personal development and the year hasn't even shifted yet. I've already invested in my personal development. Have you? Have you? I will always, if I'm on earth, I'm investing in my personal development. Do you know what I'm investing in? My personal progression. That's where I'm investing constantly. How can we earn more money together? How can we go new places together? How can we have more impact together? How can we reach more people together? What else is there to do? How can we eat in more new places together? How can we have more fun as a progressive unit? I don't just do fun for fun. I have fun to progress with the people that are in my life active. What we bring into the table, okay? What are we really bringing to the table? Are you even committed to bringing something to the table? You will go so far with people. You'll go fast alone, but you'll go so far with others. Because now you've got a team. Okay. Vision, remember, team and vehicle. Have you got a vehicle for 20? That's why I called it vision, team, vehicle. Okay. If you don't know, get to know. Vision, team, people, mentor, community, vehicle, a place for measurable results. Vehicle. YouTube is a vehicle to measure impact, to measure how far you can go, to measure how far you can reach. Analytics. Imagine YouTube with no analytics to it. No one would know how they're doing. If you notice, what are the analytics of your life? Where are they at? Where are they at? Have a question this. Okay. So, do you have a goal that aligns with your vision for 2025? Have you got it noted? Guys, goals are to grow. Don't fear a goal or setting a goal in case this and in case. How do you know you might not go through it and out the other end? If you have nothing to keep you accountable in 2025, nothing will change in your life. Nothing. Nothing will change. You will have exactly the same year again. Most of the world, they're buckling up. They're going to be next Christmas. Nothing has changed in their life. They still got the same position in their job role. They've still got the same income. They've still got the same body shape, weight, measurements, whatever you want to call it. They still have the same. They still haven't launched, the Instagram, the business. They still haven't gone and recorded the songs they wanted to create. No new results. Nothing to show for it. What's happened in life then? What's happened? I'll tell you what's happened. There's been a collective trivial conversation in every single room they go in from the 1st of January to the end of the year. And people call that life. Life. No one remembers them. There's no statues of them. No one remembers them. No one talks about them but their family after they die. That's the reality of their life. Nothing, basically. Nothing. Okay? Nothing. No one remembers them for anything. They added no value to the world whatsoever because they just didn't progress in any way. If I would not be able to sit here and talk to you for 33 minutes at this point if I had nothing achieved in my life. Would I? I have nothing to say. People say, well, I want to be a speaker, but I don't know what to talk about. It's because you've done nothing ever. You've got nothing to say. Imagine having do you know if you were to actually have a 98% of the world talk about their thoughts, there'd just be silence. From God's highest form of creation, that's an embarrassment. That's an embarrassment to civilization. That their unique gift and art was never brought to the world. Okay? So, who can help you get to that goal? Who can help you get there? Who can provide you the soil, the community, the environment? Once you've decided somebody can help you with that goal, now it's how can you verify the plan? Can you take a look at this for me? What are your thoughts on this plan for me to achieve this? Okay, you sit down with a personal trainer, the first thing they say is, what's the goal? Is it to build muscle? Is it weight loss? Is it to improve cardio endurance? What's the goal? Okay, so go to the person that can help you for that specific area, whatever it is, and ask them, for a plan. Ask them how to get there. Have a daily method of operation that fits your lifestyle. Do you know how consistency will always be someone who does 100% for a short amount of time? Consistent compounding will always win, always, than somebody that sprints for a month, 6 months, a year. Being consistent for 6 months isn't a big deal. How about 6 years? Okay, if you go back onto my Instagram and scroll down the reels, there'll be lives like this from like 2017 on Instagram when I was a pro cyclist. This is a year. This isn't a new thing. Stay consistent. Were they great? I don't know. Who cares? People tuned in. People listened. People took something from them. I built a business because of it. I built another business because of it, right? Okay? So, I believe this has brought a lot of value. Maybe share something on your social media. Maybe if you see yourself adding value to people, maybe share this. Maybe share what you taught, what you took from this. Maybe share something that resonated with you. Okay? You're going to see a lot more on here on YouTube, a lot more. I've got some plans, and I've got some disciplines and consistencies that I'm going to bring on here. You know what's going on. All right. So I appreciate you guys all. I've been Elliot Ward. Tag me in something if you've got the courage to leave something maybe on your social media or something somewhere where people can see it. Maybe you'll add some impact to other people too. All right. I love you guys all. Let's keep rocking. Let's keep rolling. I'm excited to enter a brand new year. Take what I've said, put it into action, no matter how big or small it seems to you. Take something and put it into play. Love you guys all. Always got your back. Appreciate you. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.